Alright, we've got our one table on the side of the room, our long serving table on the one side of the room. We're going to add all of the guest tables at this point. Our client told us there's going to be 12 round tables total. So we're going to first of all get those going. So back to the furniture file. Should still be on your tablecloth here. Let's go to View All. And in the object selector, we're going to find one here. There's a 72-inch round table by itself, in case you need a 72-inch round table by itself, but then there's also one a little further down here, 72-inch round table with chairs. You select that, and it's a pre-assembled table with chairs. So we're going to select that, Control C to copy, Window, Risers and Stages, I'm sorry, Window, back to your client file, Arshire, whatever you call it. Object, we're going to do New. We're going to call this table round. Alright, table round. Control V to paste. I'm going to frame all views so that brings that right up nice and tight. Okay, same thing. We're going to want to put a tablecloth on this also. So back to furniture, the furniture file. Object. Right below that one is a 72-inch round tablecloth. Select that. Control C to copy. Window. Arshire, Control V to paste, and this one we're not going to stretch to the floor because this is what you would normally have on a table where a guest are seated, is a tablecloth that hangs about, anywhere from 8 to 10 inches off the table. Alright, so we've got that. Still looks a little boring, so what we're going to do is add one more thing. Back to Furniture, Object, and Round Table Settings. As you can see, what you do is just copy and paste. You don't have to move anything. Everything is located right where it's supposed to be. So as you select the object, copy, you go here and you paste it. Control V. Sorry, I changed the view there, sorry. Control V. Now you can see everything lands on the table correctly. The tablecloth, the chairs, silverware, plates, all that stuff. And it looks perfect. Alright. So we've got our completed table. And what we're going to do now is select all. Control A to select all. We're going to build and group this again. Control C to copy. And then Window, we're going to go to, Object, we're going to go back to the assembly. And then Control V to paste, and it's going to drop it right in the middle of the room. I'm just mouse wheeling out here. Okay, and I'm going to scoot this up here to the front. Our client told us she's going to have 12 tables. So we can keep it really boring, and we can just arrange these in, 4 rows of 3, 3 rows of 4, however you want to do it. But I'm going to stagger them because that usually looks a little bit nicer. So I'm going to go about right here. And here's a little trick. I'm going to go to the options, into the grid, and normally we keep this at 0.25. We're going to set this at 60. Alright, that's going to be 5 feet increments. Select OK. Now when you grab this and you move it, it's going to snap now to 5-foot increments. Alright, so we've got this one here. Control C, Control V, and I'm going to pull this one out, put one right in the middle. Control C, Control V, like that. Control C, Control V again. XYZ should be available, so you just keep moving like this. Control C, Control V. I'm going to scoot out a little bit and then back in. Control C, Control V. Now this one gets a little bit close to our food table, but I think we're still okay. Control C, Control V, going out here. Control C, Control V, and here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Control C, Control V. 9. Control C, Control V. 10. Zooming out. So what we can do is we can take this table here, the selection tool, and we are going to use the move tool, and I'm going to move this one here. Control C, Control V, Control C, Control V, and this is a great tool when you're sitting with your client and you can actually help them arrange their room. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tables in the room. If you look over here, they are submerged in the carpet. So what we have to do is now get them back on the floor. Going to go to the front view, one view the front view. Going to go to the object viewpoint, frame the view, and then what we're going to do is go back to our options and our grid and set this back to 0.25. Use the drag select tool, and I'm going to go under here and grab all of the tables. Going to select the wireframe view so I can see the room. Kind of gives me x-ray vision into the room. And I'm just going to zoom in so I can see where the bottom of the floor is. Use the move tool, isolate the Y. I'm going to hold down the shift key just to keep things from snapping that shouldn't be snapping. And then I'm going to drag all of the tables up together as a unit. Zoom in here, and then I'm going to drop them as close as you can to right on the floor. So I'm going to go right there so they're just off the floor. And then unselect everything, zoom out, so you get this really cool wireframe view. Alright, back to the smooth shaded, go to all, and now you can see over here, check it out, you actually have a hall full of tables. Alright, still a bunch of gray tablecloths, which is kind of boring, so we're going to dress those up really quick as well. Go back to view all. Now what we're going to do is, now that we have all the tables set where we want them, I'm going to select each one of the tables, and I'm just right clicking to select all of these tables. It's going to catch up here in a second. Okay, so I have all the tables selected. I'm going to build and then ungroup. But don't ungroup again, it gets really crazy. So what I just did was I made it so the tablecloths become their own object that I can manipulate if I need to. Okay, so what we're going to do is actually put colored tablecloths on the tables to match our decor. Our client is going to be using dark blue and goldenrod, or you could pick whatever colors you want, but I'm using dark blue and goldenrod. We're like a sports banquet thing going on here. So to bring those colors in and make them tablecloths, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my regular toolbox, which actually is called Updated Colors now if you did the Updated Colors. And I'm going to open my regular toolbox. Give that a second to open. Alright. And what I need is I need dark blue. So I'm going to apply that to one of my balloons here. Control C to copy. This should be a pretty familiar technique to you. This is how we move colors around using like your arch and column builder. Control V to paste, and I'm going to delete it right away just like we normally do, and what that does is that populates it right here into our list of materials. The other color I need is goldenrod. I'm going to go back to my toolbox, objects, fashion colors. Goldenrod is already on this 16-inch right here, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to click on it and apply it just in case. Yes. Control C to copy. Window, back to my file. Control V to paste, and then delete right away just like before. And now both of my colors are here. Dark blue and goldenrod. Now, before we go any further, what we need to do is turn these into a fabric texture. Because right now they have kind of this shiny look to them, kind of like a balloon. You don't want your tablecloths to look like that. You want your tablecloths to look like fabric. So we're going to change the parameters on these, and we're also going to rename them. So when you start putting balloons in here, the dark blue and goldenrod does not get confused with the balloon color, and it does weird things. Okay, so double click on the dark blue color, or whatever color you're using, and I'm going to call this, just going to simplify this, blue cloth. In case you use it for something else, it may not be just a tablecloth. Alright, so here's our numbers for ambient, diffuse, specular, emissive, rough, and brilliance. These are what we need to change. So ambient, you're going to change to 0.300, and I am just tabbing through here. The diffuse is going to be 0.700, tab, tab. Specular is 0.000, tab, tab. Emissive, 0.000. And I have a little cheat sheet here. I don't have this memorized, don't worry. 0.00 on the rough, and then 1.8 on the brilliance. So leave that up for a second to get that all taken care of. So once you've changed all those, select OK, and you can see now our texture changes completely here to this nice matte finish. Double click on the goldenrod color, and we're just going to simplify this to yellow cloth. And same thing, ambient 0.3000, 0.700, 0.000, 0.000, and then rough is going to be 0.00, and then brilliance is 1.8. So all of the same values we just put in the last one. Select OK, and now we have blue cloth and yellow cloth. So when you bring in your balloon decor a little bit later, it doesn't reference these colors on accident and give your balloons this same kind of cloth fabric texture. Alright, so what we're going to do is from the top view, one view, you'll find too, if your system is lagging a little bit like mine is, it does better working in one view. So if you can work in one view like we are right now. So I'm going to go through here now. I'm going to select the tablecloths, and I'm going to go every other one. Oh, no, I'm not. Ha! I'm going to go yellow here, and let's see. Let's do yellow, 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 like that. And now my yellow cloth is selected. Select apply. And then I'm going to go blue, blue. These are all, I'm just right clicking obviously. Do blue cloth, and then I'll make these last two out here yellow as well. Okay, so now when we go look at the room, check that out. Now it looks like this. Okay, so here's our room with all of our tables in it. Okay, go ahead and save your progress. We haven't been doing that very much. I am bad about that. Please make sure you are saving as you are working. Control S is the keyboard shortcut for that. If you want to just use the shortcut while you're working, you can always just hit Control S every once in a while, especially when you start making some progress. So as you see now, we've got our walls, we've got the stage, table long, table round, and we have the room pretty much done. So what we're going to do in the next tutorials is we're going to actually add some columns, some arches and things, and some bulk decor.